All right, Joe Camarota, running for Assembly.
Good evening, everyone. And again, I want to thank Dan and PCDO and everybody for coming out tonight. This should be fun, so let's make it fun. And I'll be a lot briefer. I come from a real blue-collar family. And actually, I was the first one in my family to graduate high school, believe it or not. And so my parents always taught me, you know, the importance of giving back to society and working hard, gave me strong work ethic, and working and fighting for the working class, the middle class, and standing up for people and their rights. And as a result of that, now I went down. Oh, Cat Stevens is back.
Is that your song too?
That's my song. She's off cue again. But anyway, when you look at things, and I went down some movies, and I went down and picked some things that I think the best thing that encapsulates who I am and what I'm about in terms of fighting for people and being their voice and trying to represent them and trying to stop corporate greed and corporate corruption. The thing that came to me the clearest, and Andy already picked it right away, was A Wonderful Life. You know, you have Mr. Potter, who's the mean banker, the mean-spirited banker, who doesn't care about people, and he'll stamp and stomp on them. That's the kind of things we have to stop. Mr. Potter got somehow, I even forget the whole plot, but somehow he got Uncle Billy lost the money, and Mr. Potter got it, and so you got corporate, corruption and stealing, and all the things that, I'm sure everyone in this room, if you found a bag of money in a bank, you go up to the teller and say, someone left a bag of money here. That's who we are. And I truly believe the core democratic philosophy and principles, lend us to be that way. And that's how we were raised. And that gets also to the other part of the movie, is family values. Strong family values are very important. They have to be your benchmark in everything you do. So when you question yourself, you go back to your family. You go back to how you were raised. And that's your guiding. That's your guiding point. And so that movie really was a lot about a small person, not small, I shouldn't say small person, a person in a small town that decided to stay in that town for the betterment of the community, and went through a lot of life and realized, you know what, he started to doubt himself. And then his family and friends came to him and said, no, you have had such an effect. And it's a reminiscence of all of us. Life I heard John Semino talking earlier, life goes by like that. And it really does. And sometimes you got to call time out and look at where you're at in life and what you're doing. And that's what that movie did. And that's why I picked it. And for better or worse, I'm going to stop here. Thank you.
And next up is Marie Corfield, who
I have a DVD of the movie.
Afterwards. Well, a movie night afterwards. Actually, you'll all get the stage now for 5 more minutes together. But this is your chance now to grill them with really hard questions. And so it's Stump the Candidates time. So if the 3 of you could come on up, and does anybody have a question for our candidates? If not, they'll have to sing or something. Beth, you had a question.
I did?
Yeah. No.
Question.
She has one.
Yep.
Well, she already answered it. It's about Chris Christie and the way he attacks teachers, of which I am one also. However, I'm not. I teach in Pennsylvania and I teach in a college, so I'm not in his crosshairs. However, do you feel that there's a certain amount of sexism in what he is doing? And the fact that he's sexism. In other words, he's going after a union that has mostly women. And why doesn't he go after the construction unions or some manly type?
Well, he does go after the police and fire also.
The what?
He does go after the police and fire.
He has only barely gone after the police. Haven't you noticed?
Kevin.
Would each of you tell us the first thing you'll do next January when you're sworn into office for our district? What's the first step each one of you will take for?
Kevin, what I plan on doing, the first thing, the second thing, the third thing, the fourth thing, is be there. and represent the whole entire 16th district. Because right now, if you look at the track records of our incumbents, they're not there. And they're not truly representing our constituents, and now including Princeton and South Brunswick. I think that's very important. We have to, you know, in the 7 years I've been on the Township Council in South Brunswick, I've missed 2 meetings. I think that's critical. You have to be there, you have to be involved, and you have to really want it and work it. You can't just, this is something that's, you know, you do out of love. You know, I'm not going down there for a job, I have a job. And I think that's, you know, again, we can talk about the other issues. Obviously, you know, the focus is going to be on property taxes, job creation, ethics reform, things like that. But I think, and I know my running mates, we're going down there because we want to be there, we want to work hard. And we're not just saying that because we will work hard. And I think that's the first, second, third, and continuing on. That's how I would answer it. Thank you. Kevin, make sure you come tomorrow night and answer that question again, since we've already answered it.
Thank you. Excellent job, state candidates. Thank you. And by the way, if you want to know more, I mean, certainly come tomorrow night. There's literature on the back table there, including a letter from Shirley Turner, Reed Gasiora, and Bonnie Wesson-Coleman endorsing these 3 candidates. And if you want to do anything for sort of as a goodbye gift to Shirley, Bonnie, and Reed, elect these 3 new representatives so they can be in the State House along with our former representatives.